I work mostly with children between the ages of 3 to 7. That would be the age group that I see the most of. And it tends to be about school readiness or how they're doing in school. So before that age, I think a lot of personality and interests and everything gets chalked up to the individual. And it's when they're gearing up for school that skill gaps really start getting noticed, which is why they're coming in at that age.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they're starting school, it's if they're having trouble sitting in their seat, concentrating, that style of thing.
Yeah.
When it's not related to thinking skills, I might see the kids earlier when it's around some of their self-care skills, whether it be toileting. Sleeping is a really big one for when the kids are not getting enough sleep for their age, that style of thing. I do see some older kids, but it's mostly the getting ready for school and just started school age group.
Yeah, and we know the big impact that a lack of sleep can have on children's not only development but then their performance in daily life can be significantly impacted by that. What sort of things have you found to be most successful, in particular with sleep challenges?
It depends where the disruption for the sleep is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it can be that their sleep-wake cycle hasn't got into a nice rhythm, and so it's about looking at routines, their physical activity during the day, whether they're physically tired, that style of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it could be around their emotional connectedness, that they wake up and feel lonely and going for the nighttime visit and wanting to visit mum and dad, and they're just letting the kids into bed rather than having to resettle them in their own bed, and then, you know, it's 2 years later and they're still in their bed.
Yeah.
So it's habits, that style of thing.
Yeah.
It could be also for the children who have sensory processing difficulties, it could be their immediate environment as the quality of their sheets, whether there's light coming into the room, what is the noise environment around. So basically I work with the kids on an individual basis, hear their story, see whether the difficulty is getting into bed, wanting to go to bed, or being in bed and then falling off to sleep, or when they're asleep, staying asleep. And a big teller is in the morning, whether they can wake up by themselves and that they wake up rested,
Mm-hmm.
or whether they need waking, or whether by 9 a.m. they're complaining, I'm tired, I just want to sit down.
Yeah.
So it's sort of a bit of detective work.
Yeah, quite a thorough process that you're going
Yeah.
through, which is great.